podcast. I'm Nick Roccia.
I'm Jackson Bizzel.
I'm Trivorri Harvey.
All right, the draft happened last week, and it's been kind of surprising. The number one pick, Arizona Cardinals took Kyler Murray, and based on our pre-draft before this, I'd say I picked Kyler Murray, and
I had Quentin Williams,
and I had Nick Bosa.
Yeah, so Nick Bosa went number 2, and Williams went number 3. Are you guys surprised?
Actually, after Kyler went first, I knew that the 49ers weren't going to pick up Quentin, so I knew he was going to go third, and everybody knew either Bosa was going to go 1 or 2, so it was no surprise. Only surprise was the 6th pick in the draft.
The worst pick in the draft.
It's terrible.
Jones.
I did not even know who he was. I went, saw his highlights.
If Kyler Murray didn't get picked, do you think he would have been up next, or you still think the Giants would have got Daniel Jones?
I don't think I can see the Giants picking Kyler Murray. But
no, they would have picked Daniel Jones if they passed up Haskins, Drew Lock, Will Greer.
Yeah,
they were in love with this kid.
I don't even know what round he got picked in. It was like the 4th round until he didn't get picked, which is crazy. And
exactly. He was up there with the Heisman. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, he was way better than Daniel Jones. Like, the only reason I don't know about him is because he went to Duke, and
I didn't even know about him. Who watches Duke football?
Exactly.
Who
does watch Duke
when
football?
Kyler Murray went, that's when we all knew that Josh Rosen was probably going to get traded.
He got the boot.
Yeah, he went to the Dolphins, and I honestly think he's going to do kind of good there.
Yeah, my boy, Josh Rosen was my guy. I liked him at UCLA.
And he honestly handled it pretty good.
Yeah, I give him a lot of respect for what he did after he got traded.
Steve Smith dogged him, though. Steve Smith was talking a whole lot of crap about him, saying that he was a crybaby and that in the NFL you need to work for your job, but like at the end of the day,
he really wasn't a crybaby.
It wasn't his fault.
He put his own video on Instagram thanking the Cardinals and for all they've done for him. Yeah. And he said that, basically he hopes that they all do good together, blah, blah, blah. And he even offered Kyler Murray his house that he had to sell. Or he did something like that. He offered
his apartment or whatever it was.
Like, he took that like a man. Yeah. Like, he wasn't whining.
He probably knew it was going to happen. Ever since the new coach got there, he probably knew it was going to happen. So
yeah, because Cliff Kingsbury, he's just like how he plays, how his offense is, fits with Kyler Murray, like running fast and like running spread. And, that's...
The Cardinals' new offense, their whole team, honestly, like their draft, they had one of the best drafts, probably top 5. They got they pretty much got a whole new offense. Obviously with Kyler Murray, that's gonna bring a whole lot of new plays. But they added 3 wide receivers, like 3 super good ones. So it'll be interesting what they do this year, especially with that new head coach. But Nick Bosa number 2, that was kind of predicted, and then obviously Quentin Williams number 3. But the number 4 pick surprised. It surprised a lot of people. They picked Oakland Raiders took. Is it Cleveland?
Is it Cleveland Farrell?
Yeah, Cleveland Farrell.
Well, for me, honestly, all the D linemen, like the D tackle and the DN, there's a top, for me, it was a top 2 that stood out, Bosa and Quentin Williams. And then everybody else was basically just in like the same boat for me. Like they were all like they could have been the next ones off the board. Some people had, Josh Allen from Kentucky going before, but Jones was, not Jones, Farrell, he was a good DN at Clemson.
But I don't think he's number.
Yeah, honestly,
4
I thought Dexter Lawrence.
You gotta think of
I thought he was better than.
No, not Dexter Lawrence. No way. Wilkins, Christian Wilkins.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, Christian Wilkins. He was a dog, but out of all them Clemson D linemen, all of them were
they're all good,
amazing at
but
Clemson.
Number 4 overall.
I don't think it should have been.
Yeah. And then obviously Tampa Bay took Devin White. That's a pretty smart pick. He's definitely the best linebacker. That's what I thought Oakland was going to get. But
well, for me, he's not the best linebacker, but he was just like, for most people, he was the best available player. So I guess the Buccaneers, they needed the best available player at every, they need help. They need
a lot of help.
They need Jesus.
And as we said, the Giants took Daniel Jones, and it surprised a lot of people, but the team fell in love with him, apparently. That's what they said. And they said the best swag is no swag, so I think that's why they traded OBJ and because he had off the field issues, and this Josh Allen dude is obviously
he's ugly.
Civilized, and if they added Haskins to the team, they probably thought that they would be adding another OBJ type of player. So we'll see how he does. Me personally, I don't think he's good at all for number 6.
Yeah.
So
No.
I didn't even know he was in the draft. Like I knew nothing about him until he
he's
got
honestly
picked.
Eli Manning 2.0. So
Honestly, the only reason I know about him is just because,
Yeah.
it's Duke and I'm an NC State fan, something like
Yeah.
that. That's really the only reason why I know him. I don't know him because he's good. I
Okay,
don't
so
know him.
Josh Allen to the Jaguars.
yeah,
For me, I really would have liked to see them take an offensive player, probably some type of lineman or
Yeah,
something.
because
Yeah.
their defense, over the last
They're
2
pretty
years,
good.
their defense did fall off from the year before, but it
But
was
they're
still
still
a
good.
good defense. So
yeah,
they
they
get-
need offense. more
they
than
didn't really
anything.
need a defensive player, but I mean,
It's a good pick.
you
He's
can't
gonna
really,
be good.
it's Josh Allen. He's a good linebacker.
Then the Lions took a tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. He's very good. He's like a Zach Ertz type of player, so it'll be
Mhm.
interesting to see what he does. The Bills took Ed Oliver.
I like Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver's like personally my favorite person in the draft. He's really good. Bills got a steal with that. And then the Pittsburgh
Devin
Steelers, they
Bush.
moved up and they got the linebacker for Michigan.
This is my favorite linebacker in the draft.
Yeah, he's really good, and it's
He's
good that they
fast.
added him because of Shazier being out now. So this is I'm not gonna say an upgrade, but it's like
It's like
he has the
He'll get
potential.
there.
He has the potential to be
yeah.
a good player or a great player.
Yeah. We'll go to number 12. The Packers. They took Rashawn Gary,
Yes,
defensive
sir.
end from Michigan. They just got rid of Clay Matthews and their defense. I feel like their defense is falling apart.
well, we got a lot of young DBs, so
Yeah.
we didn't need DBs. Our linebackers are still pretty good with Blake Martinez.
Yeah.
So
I
a
still
DN,
think.
yeah.
I
we
mean, yeah,
needed
it was a
that.
smart pick because you weren't gonna take offense at number 12. So maybe.
Yeah, because we don't at number 12 most of the time when it's like top 20, you're either getting some type of good defensive player or like a quarterback, and we obviously don't need a quarterback.
I feel
so.
like the Packers maybe needed offensive line just to protect Rodgers.
We have
Well,
one of the best
I think
linemen
the
in the
Packers O line's not that bad
not
with
terrible.
like Beluga and
Bakhtiari.
Think about it, the last 2 years, freaking what's his face? Aaron Rodgers has been getting killed.
he's been their team has been, they've fallen off a lot.
Yeah.
But you got to think all the people they've lost, and Aaron is getting a little older, but I think he's still a great quarterback.
He's still good.
Yeah.
So skipping to 15, this was the golden pick, I guess you
Yep.
would say. The Redskins, they got Dwayne Haskins. I'm honestly surprised he fell all the way to 15. I'm surprised if the Dolphins didn't get Josh Rosen, I'm sure that was in talk, then they probably would have got Haskins. But Redskins got a steal with Haskins. So
I don't think they got a steal because it's still a high pick. He went first round.
but 15, no, I mean, he could have gone to the Bengals. He
I
could've
know,
gone to
but
the
like
Dolphins.
you gotta
He
think
was
about it.
predicted-
They
he was
actually
projected to go to the Giants.
they
but-
visit these teams, right? So that once the Giants fell off with him, he said something like he was in love with Washington. He's from that area, so of course nobody else would want to take him ahead of time because they want a quarterback like the leader of their team not wanting to be there.
Haskins was so mad though, like they did the live feed where it shows where he got drafted and he was just
No, it
he
was
wasn't
when
crying.
Daniel Jones got
Yeah, Haskins was mad.
He was like, yeah, and then he
Yeesh.
posted on his Instagram like the league done messed up or something like that, right?
Hey,
So,
honestly, who wants to be a part of the Redskins anyways?
yeah. I mean, they're coming together because
Yeah, they are.
They also had
They
the
got a nice
number
defense.
they're
pick,
getting a little better, but because they got Case Keenum.
Yeah, and then
they now got-
they just got Monzel Sweat as well,
Yeah.
or Montez Sweat, and that's
Yeah,
a
Sweat's a
huge
steal.
pick.
Yeah, but honestly, the Redskins and the Giants are the
No,
joke
but
of the
Redskins
NFC.
are supposed to be pretty good because they had a great.
Oh yeah,
draft.
and last,
They got a
last
good
year they
defense.
could have made the playoffs if like the perfect circumstances
Yeah.
happened. It was like we had to lose the rest of our games, and you guys had to lose the rest of your games. But
Yeah.
and they had to win all theirs. But
Redskins also had a Bryce Love, and that's gonna be they're
Yeah,
gonna have
they
a
did.
1-2 punch back. They're
and
gonna
they
have
did
Geis and
get
Love.
they did get Kelvin Harmon, which
Yeah,
was,
and they got Terry McLaurin from Ohio State,
Yeah.
wide receiver. So
they did have a pretty good draft.
no,
I'm not gonna lie.
they're gonna come together.
They have a lot of young talent.
So onto our logo team, the Panthers. They picked up Brian Burns.
I really liked him out of Florida State.
he's
I
a
thought
big
he, I
boy.
thought he was very good.
Yeah, I mean, the Carolina Panthers. They need a lot of stuff, but at the same time they don't. So I mean, you can never go wrong with.
Yeah,
getting
like
a
they
Florida
started off
State.
so good last year. What were they like 6-1, 6-2,
Yeah.
something like that, and they just lost like 4 or 5.
Well,
straight
didn't
games.
Cam get injured or something like that? He
They're
got
just
injured at the end
salesmen.
of
The
the
whole
year.
team, they're full
Yeah,
of
they just
salesmen.
all like fell apart. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so the Giants then had 3 picks for trading OBJ. They got obviously the number 6 pick, then they got number 17, And this is where they picked up Dexter Lawrence. This was a really good pick, honestly.
Yeah, I like Dexter Lawrence.
From Clemson. The Vikings, they just got a center.
Shout out my boy Garrett Bradbury.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, the Vikings needed that, honestly, because Kirk Cousins, they barely had time to. I mean, they didn't really have a good run game.
Yeah, they really don't got anybody.
Even though they
Dalvin Cook, he did get hurt. Didn't he tear his ACL
that was
a
last
year or two ago?
Yeah.
But you know, then after that, they didn't really have nobody. But that will make their O-line, upgraded.
Okay, so 2 Iowa tight ends got drafted in the first round.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, did they?
Really?
Yeah, number 8 and number 20.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
That says a lot.
It's rare to have 2 tight ends drafted and then 2 from the same team. That's like.
And in the first round.
Yeah, George Kittle went to Iowa too. Like
they might.
I didn't know he went to Iowa.
They might be tight.
I knew who T.J. Hawkinson was. I knew he was really good, but I didn't really know of Noah Fant.
Noah Fant went to Broncos, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so pick 21, the Packers.
So they got a safety. This dude from Maryland, he's really good. He's nasty, but I don't understand why they got a safety because
we don't have HaHa anymore.
Oh yeah, you guys did trade HaHa.
We just have a bunch of young DBs now.
Yeah.
A bunch of young dreadheaded DBs. That's what it is.
What about Jared Alexander? Is he a dreadhead?
Nah, he's a DB.
Yeah, he said DBs.
Yeah, I know, but like
it's DB or safety? He's a DB, right?
Yeah. He came from Louisville. He was pretty good. All right, so this was my pick. Eagles went from 26 to 22 or 25 to 22. And I thought the Eagles were going to take some big there's been talk that we were going to get Marquise Brown, wide receiver from Oklahoma. Talks about us getting Josh Jacobs. There's so many talks. And then we ended up picking an offensive tackle, Andre Dillard from Washington State. And at first I didn't like the pick, but I started doing research and listening to to reporters. And they're saying that this is like a great pick. It's like an A pick. Because Jason Peters, he's like 37 now.
Yeah, he's been in the league since like 2000.
We need an offensive tackle after he leaves. So this dude is really good. He has a whole lot of experience.
Yeah, you can honestly really never go wrong with getting offensive lineman or defensive lineman.
Back-to-back tackles taken. So after 22, after the Eagles picked that tackle, Titus Howard from Alabama State. I mean, I really don't know who the kid is, but he has a tough name.
He's a big dude, though. He's huge. He's like 6'6", 320, something like that. He's a big dude. But, I mean, the Texans also needed that because, what's his face?
Deshaun
Watson, obviously, he got injured. I don't know if that was the offensive line's fault, but they have no run game whatsoever. That's why I thought the Texans were going to take Josh Jacobs from Alabama.
Yeah, like the Texans do need. That's really like probably their like missing piece because last year they've been making the playoffs consistently, but they just lose like every year in the wild card.
They just lost Tyrann Mathieu too. I mean they're losing.
They did.
Players.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, he went to Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did get traded. Yeah, so they need to.
I mean, there's no replacing him. He's like a hybrid safety. No one plays like him, so there's no replacing that Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
But they need something.
Speaking of Josh Jacobs, he went number 24 next to the Oakland Raiders. I predicted this, honestly, because Raiders, Marshawn Lynch just retired, and they need a running back. So he's going to fit good with the Raiders. I honestly think that.
Yeah, I hope he
Raiders are coming together as well. I mean, they went from getting AB to Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr.
John Gruden's not looking like
they got perfect.
Yeah, they had a pretty good draft. This is my favorite pick. The Ravens got Marquise Brown.
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna be nasty. Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown. That's gonna be good. Also, they picked up Saints running back Mark Ingram. Yeah.
And he's still pretty good. He got a couple of years left of him.
Yeah.
And okay, so Montez Sweat, my boy.
I can't believe he fell this far to 26.
I thought he was gonna go at least top 15.
I thought top 15 for sure. Everyone thought he was gonna go. I don't even know what was. I think it was off-field issues or something. He's just like a disrespectful kind of person. That's why he fell because there was no other reason.
Oh, that makes sense why the Redskins picked him because they pick up a lot of.
Redskins always get the thugs.
They got my boy Reuben Foster. They just got Landon Collins. That locker room is gonna be.
It's gonna be vicious, dude.
Yeah, it gotta be.
Either they're all gonna come together because they're all thugs or
thugs. Come on, you can't do that. They all have like different different personalities. They're from like your average NFL player who's like
they're all disrespectful. Is
humble
what I'm
and
trying to say.
yeah, they speak their mind.
Yeah.
But they're all good though. They're all good players. Their defense looks pretty good. All they need, if they come together and like develop team chemistry or whatever, they'll be pretty good on defense. Yeah. But offense, I mean, they did get a quarterback. We don't know how he's going to play though.
Who, the Redskins?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they also got that Kelvin Harmon dude.
The steal of the draft.
And
they got Darius
Guys
too.
About him, and people are saying that he's extremely underrated. He's like the third best wide receiver in the draft.
I've been telling you that. How long have I been telling you that?
I don't know. We'll see how he does.
Oh
I mean, they're loaded now.
Which honestly, with Kelvin Harmon, I do think he has a good chance to, I guess, come out because the Redskins don't really have anybody at receiver.
No receivers.
So I think he has a better chance than on like another team. But because the Redskins don't really have anybody, so they're coming to. Yeah, they're building up their team.
Haskins put on his Twitter, he was like, he said, at least give me one Ohio State wide, because they had 3 good wide receivers at Ohio State, and he put on his Twitter, at least get one, and Redskins drafted one of the Ohio State wide receivers.
They did?
So, yeah.
Okay. So my boy Jonathan Abram from Mississippi State, 2 Mississippi State players in a row.
He went to the Raiders, and the Raiders had some really good picks. I think they had like 4 first-round picks.
He is a complete
they had a
sleeper.
lot. They had 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah, Farrell. They also got, what's his face? Josh Jacobs, and then they got the safety. I mean, those are some really
he's
good
a
picks.
sleeper pick for me. He's the best safety in the draft. He's a
Before
a solid
Darnell
player.
Savage, dude from Maryland.
Yeah, he's better than him.
I don't know.
The Packers probably just picked him up because I don't know. He probably fits a scheme they're trying to get with. But I like Abram a lot.
Chargers added to their defensive line with Bosa, and then they just added this dude named Jerry Tillery. I mean, I don't know a lot about him, but if you go to Notre Dame, I'm sure you're.
Yeah, Jerry Terry. His name sounds soft, but I mean, he might be good.
Seahawks then took a defensive end from TCU. I don't know a lot about him either, but.
Which DeAndre Baker, with the Giants.
Yeah, he's probably the best.
I thought he was pretty good.
Best corner.
Yeah, from Georgia.
I read somewhere he said he allowed 2 catches since his sophomore season.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he plays for Georgia, which is good competition.
Yeah, good competition. So he's not playing against a bunch of plumbers.
He'll definitely start because they just got rid of Collins, but I think Collins was a safety, right?
Yeah, he was a safety. Yeah. But they got Janoris Jenkins, and I don't know who their other Apple, I think.
He got traded to the Saints.
That's probably why they picked him.
Yeah, so this is why they needed this pick. So they had 3 picks, right? Or no? Yeah, they had 3 picks. So the Giants added obviously the quarterback,
Jones,
Dexter Lawrence, and then DeAndre Baker. If they added Haskins instead of Jones, they would have had an even better draft. Yeah. Falcons got an offensive tackle, which was smart because their run game has been trashed the last 2 years, even though they've had really good running backs. And then Matty Ice definitely needs some protection.
So then with number 2,
32.
We all know.
N'Keal
Harry. And Nick, he really likes that pick. But N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry was, I think he's the best wide receiver.
I do really like that pick. Yeah. I like how that he went to the Patriots.
Yeah, that's gonna be
the future
crazy.
of the Patriots.
Him and Tom Brady is gonna be stupid. Dude.
Edelman too, since Gronk is retiring too, so he might actually.
Yeah, he's retiring.
This is a huge pick for the Patriots. I mean, they're gonna. I honestly didn't expect it. 'Cause usually the Patriots get those small, white, fast wide receivers, and they just got this big time dude. Cause what's his face?
Edelman?
From the Browns, and then he got traded to them. He had drug issues.
I know who you're talking about.
Chris Hogan?
No.
The
skip it.
No, what's his face though? Because they added him, and if he comes back, it's gonna be disgusting.
Josh Gordon?
Yeah, Josh Gordon, Flash. Yeah, they have him on the team still too. So if he comes back, the Patriots really have a whole new offense.
Okay. Yeah, because N'Keal Harry. I literally just forgot what I was gonna say. But
all right, so we're not gonna take you through the whole.
No,
draft.
but some huge picks. So,
all right, so Drew Lock, went 2nd round.
He went to the Broncos.
I like this pick. Well,
they had the 41st pick, and then they had the 41st pick, and they passed on Drew Lock, and they got offensive tackle, and then they traded because they needed Drew Lock. So I think that was smart.
Drew Lock. For me, he was my favorite quarterback in this draft.
They needed to get a quarterback.
He's a pretty good quarterback
because Joe Flacco.
He also,
he's old.
Not only did he play basketball, was a 3-star recruit in basketball, but he was the number 1 tennis player.
Was he
in
really?
His state?
Really?
Yes, he was.
Was he really?
Number 1 tennis player
No
in
way.
his state.
God.
No way.
That's the athlete right there. He's number 1.
Then why did he just play tennis if he's the number 1 player?
Because he's a dog and he wanted to play football.
Yeah, who wants to play tennis, honestly?
Okay, so the 49ers got Deebo Samuel. This is what I was surprised because Deebo Samuel was probably like the third, fourth best wide receiver, and people had DK Metcalf before him, and DK Metcalf got passed by
he got passed by a lot of teams.
Yeah, he got passed by the Eagles, the Tennessee Titans, and obviously the
Patriots,
the 49ers.
Which, it's surprising because how hyped up he was from the combine.
He was hyped up by the media.
I thought he was going to get drafted first round.
As soon as the draft came,
100%.
That's when he fell off because let's be honest, he can run 3 routes: a post, a fade, and obviously just a go route.
Yeah.
He's a stiff wide receiver, but that's how the Seahawks are. They like those type of wide receivers. So him and Russell Wilson, I think that's gonna.
He needs to just go to tight end.
I think it's gonna be nasty. I mean, you're 6'4", 130 or 230, and you run a 4.3. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
That's tight end.
So the 49ers got Deebo Samuel. That's a smart pick. Him and Jimmy Garoppolo is gonna be a nasty combo. Some other good picks. Greedy Williams, he fell.
Yeah, he fell.
He was supposed to be the best cornerback in the draft.
And I figured out why. All right, so out of all the LSU, DB, since they're supposed to be DBU, think about Tyrann Mathieu, my boy, the second best safety in the league, Jamal Adams. They all like run support, They have coverage, but they support the run. And Greedy Williams does not. He is 180 pounds. He's 185 pounds.
He's a skinny dude, and I think he's gonna get messed up in the league.
He's gonna be a good cover corner or whatever, but run support. That's why he dropped so far because he is not.
He's gonna get trucked by someone like Fournette or Zeke. He's gonna get messed up, but. The Browns, they are stocking up on.
But the thing is,
they in the past years
smart.
They have.
The fact that they got Greedy Williams at 46.
Oh, they also got Mac Wilson too.
Yeah.
From Alabama.
Yeah, they also have some steal picks. A.J. Brown, the other wide receiver taken. I wish he fell because that's who I wanted the Eagles to get, but he went to the Titans. Him and Corey
Davis.
Yep. And Marcus Mariota. I think they still might need a quarterback.
Oh yeah, then and Ryan Tannehill went to the Titans.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, so
that is ugly.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Yeah, it's not good. He needs to just retire.
But they have weapons now with Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, and Corey Coleman. Is it Corey Coleman? Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. So the Eagles, if A.J. Brown wasn't taken, that's who they would have took. But they took Miles Sanders, and this was a really, really good pick. He's a running back from Penn State, and I honestly think he runs just like Saquon. They're calling him the next LaShawn McCoy of the Eagles, and it's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna be nasty.
They can call him something, but
dude, we're gonna have Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders.
Do you think Miles Sanders will start, or do you think it'll be Jordan Howard?
It'll be a 1-2 punch kind of thing. But,
okay.
But I think we're gonna get rid of Jordan Howard next year, and we're gonna keep Miles Sanders as our number 1 back.
Okay. And at 59, the Colts got Paris Campbell from Ohio State.
Yeah, this is a good pick.
He's a good pick.
He's a fast wide receiver. And the Colts, with him and T.Y. Hilton on both sides of the ball, it's going to be electric, honestly.
It's going to take some, weight off T.Y. because he's been carrying the receiver group, in my opinion.
So there's been recent talks about Tyreek Hill just being, out of the league now based on, his incident. So
what
I think
did he do? I know he did something with a kid, didn't he? Hit a kid or something?
He beat his kid.
Oh, my God.
He broke his arm.
Oh my God.
And his wife then said, "I am terrified of you." And he said, "Yeah, profanity. You should be scared of me." What he did was out of this world.
Whoa. That
so
CTE.
Kansas City not only banned him from pretty much the team. There's been talk that he won't be playing in the league anymore.
Well, so the Chiefs and beating people.
Yeah, I'm saying with what's his
Kareem
name?
Hunt.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. He did not.
Okay, so drop kicked his wife in the chin.
And that is it's kind of sealed the deal how Kansas City took this wide receiver from Georgia. He's honestly built like Tyreek Hill. He's a fast wide receiver. So this kind of proves that Tyreek Hill's done. Eagles took a sleeper pick. This dude from Stanford. He's a go-getter with the ball.
I do really like him.
Yeah,
but,
we'll see what he does.
With my Cowboys, our first pick of the draft, Tristan Hill.
Yeah,
I heard some good things about him, but he's nothing too crazy.
Right.
But
what I don't understand is the Cowboys got 2 running backs.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really understand that because we did have Rod Smith, and I didn't think he was actually that bad, honestly. I think it was actually a pretty good backup, but I mean they let him go.
Yeah, but
and
you
ended
guys
up getting
got
two running backs.
like good running backs from the draft.
They're
Like,
gonna
you guys
we're
don't
gonna
even
have
need
to probably drop one of them.
Yeah,
eventually.
you can't play all three, especially with Zeke.
Zeke's gonna take up the
field.
majority of the time, anyways.
Yeah,
and then you gotta realize when he's,
yeah,
tired, and they put in that other backup.
Chargers got this extremely good safety, Nasir Adderley from Delaware. He's a good player, and I don't know why they got him because they have Derwin James. But they are just adding to their defense.
To me, honestly, you can never have too many DBs because it's so many injuries and, just flying around, moving around,
Chargers,
different formations.
They're going to be a really, really good playoff team with that defense because they're really coming together. Although I think that they might need another wide receiver to their team.
Keenan Allen doesn't really have anybody to...
take some of the weight off.
Yeah.
Cardinals took a pretty much Julian Edelman 2.0 type of dude. This Andy Isabella dude, wide receiver from
had an amazing 40.
Yeah, this dude is a small white wide receiver, and he runs a 4.32. And this dude's electric. Like, it is a smart pick. Him and what's his face? Kyler Murray. They're gonna be stupid, dude.
And Christian Kirk.
Kansas City. They got rid of what's his face? Safety. Barry, right? They got rid of Barry. And yeah, they just added this Juwan Thornhill dude, and he's really good from Virginia. So Kansas City's stocking up on their defense. And then the last pick in the second round pick, obviously.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK Metcalf with Seattle. Crazy. It's a cool pick.
Okay, so
it's really, then you would get to the third round. It's not really
anything
crazy.
Nothing
crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty. It's all the players that are like
stocking up then.
The lesser, not lesser schools. I'm not gonna say that, but like they're good schools. But these are the players that are like
Hakeem Butler's right there.
Yeah. So Arizona took 3 wide receivers: Hakeem Butler, that Isabella dude, and then a really good dude from Baylor. So they're gonna be nasty this year.
My homeboy Finley right there.
So the Bengals, they need so much help overall. I mean, I don't know if this Ryan Finley dude is gonna start for them now that
he's probably not unless he just
Andy
shows
Dolman,
out.
he's gonna be done soon. So.
Yeah, which is I'm really happy that they picked him because like you said, Andy Dolman.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's gonna be.
So when was Finley picked up?
104.
Yeah, I think that's 4th round, right?
And I want to tell y'all what I disagree with that. Will Grier was picked.
Yeah,
Will Grier got
by the Panthers,
and he's not gonna play.
Exactly, like he is a starting quarterback in the draft. He could, not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He can do that. He can start for any team. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
like that needs a quarterback. But the Panthers picked him up, and
Cam Newton still.
I know he had tears in his eyes saying this, but this man said, "I'm here to support Cam Newton."
Yeah, like
that is bad.
He should be going to the freaking New York Giants. I mean,
he should have went first or second round.
This dude can play. Like
because he was in Heisman talk from last year. People were saying he could win the Heisman at like the start of the year.
Like there's no way he's gonna beat Cam Newton. Although Cam Newton is injured, and I've been heard
he
might be
getting
sitting out
injured
this whole year, right? He's supposed to be sitting out this whole year.
Then he had to get surgery or something.
Yeah,
he has to get like surgery like every year.
Yeah, he's supposed to be sitting out this whole year. So if what's his face?
Will
Grier.
He's gonna start this year, and if he does good, I mean, I think that it could be a quarterback battle.
He's good. He's a good player, but I don't think like if Cam Newton comes back, that is his team. Like he carried them to the Super Bowl. Basically, they're not.
That is Cam Newton's team.
That
is Cam Newton's team.
I think it should come down to quarterback battle if Will Grier does good this year because they need some new blood in that team.
They need something.
Yeah. So this year's draft, it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, stacked on defense.
Yeah. Number 1 pick, Kyler Murray. We'll see how the Cardinals do this year.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you guys. Who do you think is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Oh man.
I think Defensive Rookie of the Year is either going to be Bosa or Williams.
Honestly, defensive, I'm gonna go with Devin White. I feel it in the heart.
Oh my! I
feel it deep down in the heart that he's gonna win it. Because I think they can just do so much more than a D lineman.
An offensive pick, I really think it's going to be a wide receiver this year. I think it's either going to be N'Keal Harry from Patriots or Marquise Brown. I think that they're going to have like an electric year.
I really think it's going to be Drew Lock for some reason. I'm not even just.
You think he's going to start?
On the Broncos?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Joe Flacco is going to start and then he's going to go under him and learn.
No, learn what? How to throw interceptions?
He's going to learn the system and how the NFL... He'll get some playing time. I don't think he's going to start.
Well, he can't learn. Well, he's going to learn the system at the same time that Flacco is. He just got there, too. So it's going to be a battle to me. And I think Drew Lock, they're going to go with the younger player because Flacco's washed. I don't even know why they picked him up. So,
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out.
Yeah,
Anyways, thank you for joining us. This is Cleveland High School Podcast. I'm Nick Roccia.
I'm Jackson Bizzel.
I'm Trivorri Harvey.
Thank you for joining.